Not a problem.
Who says texting doesn't work?
That's right.
Hey, Tony, I got your message.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
I forgot.
I'm going to, let's do just a window. Okay, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. This is the regular executive board meeting of the Eastern Illinois Area Special Education Executive Board. We'll do roll call first. Carla, if you do roll, please.
Tom Mulligan.
Here.
Todd Velardo's not here, is he?
No.
Okay. Todd Butler.
Here.
Carrie Jackson.
Here.
Kevin Ross.
Here.
Regular
Kent Stouter.
executive board meeting
Here.
of the Eastern Illinois Area
Danette Young.
Special Education Executive Board.
Here.
We'll do roll call first.
Eric Van
Carla,
Holden.
do roll, please.
Here.
Tom Mulligan.
Okay. We didn't have any comments from visitors or anything on the. Let's see here. Hold on. Didn't have any comments from visitors, so the consent agenda is presentation of the September 8th meeting minutes, the monthly bills and financial statements. And Rachel, you're on the meeting here. If you'd like to unmute yourself and talk us through the if there's anything that we need to know on the financials.
We have, as you all know, we finished out the IDEA grant from FY20 reimbursements since we met last month. And so we've received all those deposits into our account. So that's as good as we're going to get from FY20 IDEA grant as far as revenues go. So if you go back a page, Tony, to the revenue page, that one. You can see the 10R 4620 account. That's our IDEA flow through fund. So in this fiscal year, we received the 2.6 million in reimbursement from IDEA grant. And that'll be the end of that. You won't see that in FY21 moving forward. Otherwise, we only have one district who we're still waiting on receiving our tuition from FY20 payment on. So we've been in contact with them, and I believe we should receive that soon. And everybody else has finished paying their FY20 bills. That being said, you've probably all received your FY21 bills now for the first quarter in our billing. With that, I've talked to a few bookkeepers who've had some questions on how to do things, and I feel like that's gone over pretty well as far as helping them understand kind of what they might need to do expense-wise and how to kind of start looking at the grant funds and what the billing means. So if anybody has any questions, I'm more than happy to walk them through kind of how I've done it and how I track things as well. So I just wanted to put that out there. Otherwise, not much going on. We're getting ready to start our FY20 audit with the auditors here in the next couple weeks. We've been in contact with them, so you should have received their letters as well, stating the amount that you owed EIASE at the end of FY20, which was June 30th, and that's essentially should have been the amount that you were billed on the tuition billing in July. So.
And I think the only thing that I was going to add is that all the FY20 carryover from the flow through has been added to everybody's IDEA grants. For some reason, they still have not added the pre-K flow through yet, and I've been in back and forth contact with Tim Emler at ISB, and I just his responses have typically been just, that should have happened, let me check into that and I'll get back to you, and then I don't hear from him for a couple of days, and then I'll send another email, and so those amounts will eventually get loaded in to your grants, just not sure when, but we're just kind of waiting on ISB to do that part. But for the your flow through grants are now finalized for FY21. So they've got the final FY20, the full amount in there plus your flow through or your carryover from last year applied to that. So that piece should be done. Any questions? And then we also have 2 resignations on here. Jim Whitmore, who was an aide at Fresh Start, or at Humboldt TLC, and Mark Edwards, who was a teacher aide at Humboldt TLC. Both resigned last month. Any questions, comments, or discussion on anything on the consent agenda? If not, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
Motion, Diedrich.
Second, Marshall.
Motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? Okay, roll call vote, Carla.
Tom Mulligan,
Yes.
Todd Velardo,
Yes.
Todd Butler,
Yes.
Carrie Jackson,
Yes.
Kevin Ross,
Yes.
Kent Stouter,
Yes.
Danette Young,
Yes.
Eric Van Holman.
Yes.
Thank you. The next agenda item is employment. We've got 2 individuals for your consideration today. One is Cody McQueen, to hire him as a system administrator in the technology department, effective later this month. And Rachel Brandon, a teacher of the deaf and hard of hearing, effective January 4th. Mr. McQueen was a tech worker that worked for us in the past this last year. When we had a technology department of 3 individuals, and Cody took a job at a bank, and Jake Page took a job at EIU, and they both quit right before COVID. And so with the downtime, we thought, well, we'll kind of weather the storm and see how that will go and how COVID will change things. Well, the fact is that we put an incredibly larger amount of technology into everybody's hands, and Matt is simply not able to keep up with the workload, especially with us being as spread out as we are. We're supporting, while we're remote, we're supporting kids in their homes. We've got Project Help classrooms throughout the 8-county area, and so we're supporting technology in some of those classrooms, plus our sites. It's simply too much for one person. So Cody, being familiar with our technology infrastructure, I think it'll be a win for us right out of the gate, to be able to hire somebody who's familiar, who can jump in. And then Rachel Brandon, this is a tribute to Debbie Rotrammel, who's one of our associate directors who works with the Deaf and Hard of Hearing program. The fact that we have one of the handful of candidates who's graduating in the state of Illinois with the teacher of deaf and hard of hearing license, who wants to come here and work. These kinds of things simply, they don't happen that often. So we've got somebody who's going to be a strong candidate who wants to work in Mattoon with us, and is going to be properly licensed. So we're super excited about this hire, because like I said, there's only a handful of those graduates each year, and usually they all go to Chicago area. So we're excited to get one to come to East Central Illinois. Any questions or comments, discussion on either Cody or Rachel?
I move we employ the people recommended. Arcola.
Second,
Motion by
Windsor.
Second. Windsor. Okay. Any other questions or discussion? Okay, roll call vote, Carla.
Tom Mulligan,
Yes.
Todd Velardo,
Yes.
Todd Butler,
Yes.
Carrie Jackson,
Yes.
Kevin Ross,
Yes.
Kent Stouter,
Yes.
Danette Young,
Yes.
Eric Van Holden.
Yes.
Thank you. Next agenda item is our easy internet safety training. We have we receive E-rate funds, and part of the requirement for us receiving E-rate funds is that we have an internet safety training program curriculum for our students. This is a summary of our board policy that addresses this, and that we use the Illinois Attorney General's curriculum that is provided by them to keep us SEPA compliant, and we've got resources for different age groups that our teachers go over with our students every year. There's no action required on this. It's just simply a presentation, and we do this every year in order to, like I said, be in compliance for E-rate purposes. Are there any questions or discussion on the internet safety training? Okay, hearing none, that is the last agenda item that I have for today. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to discuss, or if not, do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Not everyone all at once.
Roll call Valley. Second, Diedrich.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
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 Okay, any opposed? All right, we are adjourned at 8:44 a.m. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Good.